This time on One Foot Flipper, I'm going to reveal that reselling site that let me outsell ADH Dave while only working 20 hours a week. Stay tuned.
One Foot Flipper.
Hi, Paige here, the One Foot Flipper. Today we're going to go shopping for some stuff. I'll show you some of the stuff I got over the weekend. Then I'm going to tell you about this reselling website that allowed me to resell more in sales than ADH Dave did in the last 30 days and at a much higher profit margin. So you're going to want to check that out. Hey everybody, Paige here, the One Foot Flipper. It's Friday morning and I'm in the McDonald's parking lot on my way to the Goodwill outlet. Yeah, I know you probably think I eat McDonald's every day, but honestly, sometimes I go 2 weeks without leaving the house, so I most definitely do not eat McDonald's every day. Let's try to get my order. So today I'm going to try to only look for small items at the bins. I don't know if that's a viable option or not, but I'm in a serious space crunch like I always am, but I got way too many boxes lately that I couldn't pass up, so it's even more than usual. So I'm only looking for smalls. Let's see how that works out. Worst case scenario, I wasted a few hours and I don't find much anything, which is kind of what I think is going to happen. I mean, I find valuable smalls at the bins, but a lot of my bread and butter at the bins is physically larger items. And I'm trying not to take home anything bigger than a baseball glove. That's about, or a book. That's about as big as I want to take home. Because I could squeeze a lot of books or baseball gloves or smaller things than that into my existing storage, but nothing big, nothing that needs to sit on a shelf by itself, none of that. So, turn this off for now and we'll get back with you when we get there. All right, we're going to head on into game night and see how much money we can spend. I brought $600. Can I spend it all? Let's find out.
Locked?
Yeah, it is locked. Okay.
We're going to go up here to the left.
Yeah, this is game night. These people are going to get in there before us, so they're going to get all the good stuff. Actually, unlike, this is more of a flea market in a game store, so unlike the real flea market or garage sale, you do not have to get there the second it opens. It's okay if you're late, because I'm going to have to beat the deals out of these vendors. They're not just going to be sitting there on the table with great prices. In fact, there's a chance that I go home with nothing. Let's find out. Let's come take a look. Hey, yeah, here, one of my favorite vendors right here. I usually spend more money with him than anybody else. He's always got lots of great Warhammer stuff. And let's see what else we got here. Board games. More Warhammer stuff and terrain. I'm sure I'm going to blow some money here and I'll end up blowing some of myself as well, for sure. Magic cards, I'm sure Meta Bubbles will want to look at those. All right, let's take a look at what I ended up picking up over the weekend between the sale that you were just looking at there and a couple of other things. And really, what I picked up, I think, is quality. Look at this. Look at this stuff. This here is a box of 2,000 Magic the Gathering cards. Every one of them are rare. That's so I can continue to slot in cards as they sell. I paid 5 cents per card there, so the box was nearly full, so it was $88 there. We've got Magic the Gathering sealed products. We've got Batman Gotham City Chronicles miniatures game boxes. More Batman Gotham City Chronicles, Warhammer 40,000 stuff, more Magic. That's good stuff, people. It might not have the same, might not have that sell-through rate of 500% like that hot calculator will, but it sells. Right here, I got 2 bags of, these are old Warhammer miniatures, Gene Stealer hybrids. I paid $3 per figure. I've got them up at 9. It's going to take me a few years to burn through them, but I will burn through every one of those. I think I've got 45 of them. And these are a couple other single minis I bought. I think I paid $8 each on those and probably going to get 15. Then I got this beautiful Warhammer collection. right here. Lovely painted. It is, however, all current era stuff. There was only one metal figure, which isn't going to be in this video because I already listed it and put it up. But just great looking stuff here. I haven't looked into the prices on it yet, but it's going to be real money. Will it turn over quickly? Like, will I sell it tomorrow like it would be if I sell it on live sales? No. I'd rather get 4 times as much money and wait 8 months if necessary. All right. So most of you are going to know about how I feel about live selling, and in which I believe live selling is a tool to be used for certain times. I don't believe it's the best specialty. Now, some of you out there who are doing it full time and having a great time at it and making the real money, go ahead. You keep on keeping on. I just don't think it's for everybody at all. And I believe, specifically, if you already have a social media following, that live selling has a certain pattern that it tends to follow for people with social media followings. What happens at the beginning is that you're extremely successful because those fans, they come to your live sales and they buy your stuff. But over time, the fans show up less and less and they buy less and less because it's just less exciting to buy that Funko Pop from Soda City Flips when you've already bought 30 from them in the last month. Just becomes less exciting. And people aren't really interested in watching videos about live selling, so at the same time, your channel starts going down as well because people start tuning out. And my friend ADH Dave, he talked about this in his video yesterday because he had gone all in on live selling everything on Dibdit, on the various Dibdits and sub-Dibdits and Dibdidettes and all that on district.net. And he was doing great at first, but he's gone over his numbers for the month. And long story short, I outsold Dave for the month at a much higher profit margin. And I didn't put in half the hours. Because the full-time live selling is just not always sustainable, particularly if it's cannibalizing your existing market or existing business. Yes, you can flip that thing for half the money in 1 day rather than 4 months, but the labor's about the same. And if you have the space, that twice as much money isn't just twice as much profit. Depending on what you paid for that item, that twice as much money could mean 3 or 4 times, 5, 10 times as much profit. All right, that's enough of that. I'm going to get to listing some of these items I just showed you and see what kind of money we're going to get them listed for. And then we'll be back.
That's one foot flipper's nonsense video.
Hey, now that it's just us, I'm going to leave you one word for your sourcing the next 6 weeks. And that word is backpacks. Back to school largely did not get ordered this year because it needed to have been ordered in that time frame where the China tariffs were 133%. But a lot of kids are still going to be expecting that new backpack every year. So look for new looking backpacks, particularly character ones that younger children would like. Older kids and college students, they'll probably just be fine using last year's backpack, but backpacks is an area where you probably can't go wrong this year.